'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Mousies. Oh, hi there. I'm Mary Sanderson. You may remember me from a certain cult classic Halloween movie. When I last saw all of you, my sisters and I successfully stole the souls of 2,500 people virtually, thus granting us the ability to ride out the century's plague with our dear friend Joel. Oh, you probably know him better by a different name, Miss Anita Lift. This is my most favorite time of year. All of the food and singing. Oh, it could just make my heart burst. Where's that gas? Oh, do you know what would make this experience all the more joyous? My sisters! Tally-lally-loo! Tally-lally-loo! Tally-lally-lally-loo! It's the most wonderful time of the year, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to cheer.
Will you stop that infernal racket? It's enough to drive a person to madness.
Oh, but Winnie, it's almost Christmas Eve. Thou must get into the spirit. It's Santa Claus should pay thee a visit.
Mary, I hate to be a downer, but don't you think all of this is a bit much?
Not at all. Christmas is my favorite.
What?
Oh, come now, sweet friends. We must try to get along. Now, dear Mary, what didst thou want?
Can we read a story?
Dear, a foolish Mary, how many times must I tell you, unless it's an emergency, don't call all of us.
But Winnie, I was lonely and singing carols all by myself, and it made me think of my favorite story during Christmas. And can we tell it? Can we?
This had better not be one of those saccharine sweet Hallmark films that start in November and go all the way until January.
Those are love stories, Winnie. I never understand why it takes them so long to kiss. If it were me, I would jump on all those boys' mouths.
Little ears, Sarah!
Oh, no. This is not just any story.
It's not?
No, Joel, Anita. 'Tis a ghost story. Ooh.
A ghost story. At Christmastide. Let me see it.
Be still, sister. Now, I have assigned us all a part so we can read it together. Yay. Sarah, you will play the kind and flighty ghost of Christmas past. Joel, you will play the miserly and cranky Ebenezer Scrooge. Winnie, you will be our narrator, and I shall read the part of Ghost of Christmas Present. Let's begin.
Mary, haven't you forgotten a few important characters, like who will play the entire Cratchit family, or Christmas
And I really want to play
Belle,
Scrooge.
or Fred, or...
He sounds very important since he has a name. He seems like someone I could get along with.
Winnie, you have the most lines. The narrator is in charge and keeps the story moving along.
Very well. You do know how to cater to my strengths.
Does what she can to keep you content, Winnie. Someone has to.
Oh, Joel, you are right, and I know just the witch to call to fill in.
Absolutely not. I will not allow it.
No. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. It's who I think it is.
Mary, you will not let that lame-brained, worm-eating rampallion of cousin ruin my good time.
Too late.
Molly, is this thing working? Can't you hear me?
Yes, we can hear thou perfectly, Dawn.
Oh my god.
Hi, Dawn. Are you ready?
Wait, are the townspeople coming too handy again?
No, Dawn. We're reading a ghost story, and we need you to be of assistance.
So you're all related?
Let's just say Dawn found us and never left.
Irregardless of what Winifred does or says to her.
You will be reading all of the Cratchit family, Dawn. That's Bob and his wife and Tiny Tim. This is a very big job, Dawn, and thou cannot let us down.
Maui, thou knowest I cannot weed
Do
thou
not worry. This will be fun. Start the story, Winnie.
A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Marley was dead to begin with. The register of his burial was signed by Scrooge, and Scrooge's name was good upon change for anything he chose to put his hand to. Old Marley was dead as a doornail. But he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge, hard and sharp as flint, from which no steel had ever struck out generous fire, secret and self-contained, and solitary as an oyster. Oh my, yes. Hello, Sir Scrooge. My name's Winifred. What's yours?
Winnie, John is playing Scrooge.
Have you ever known such a small detail to stop me before?
Winnie, the story, pretty please.
Very well. The door of Scrooge's counting house was open, that he might keep an eye upon his clerk. Mary, who's playing this Fred person?
Sarah, canst thou do it?
Oh, will I get to run amok with a boy?
Amok.
Amok!
And all the boys in tow.
And then
Oh, later, I promise.
Okay.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah humbug.
Christmas a humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Come then. What right have you to be dismal? What reason have you to be morose? You're rich enough.
Bah humbug.
Don't be cross, Uncle.
If I could work my will, every idiot who walks around with Merry Christmas on his lips would be buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Keep Christmas in your way, and I'll keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good, and will do me good. And I say, God bless it.
John, clap.
What?
Clap your hands.
What?
For goodness sake! How was I cursed with such an idiot cousin?
Well, let me hear another sound from you, and you'll keep Christmas by losing your station. You're quite the powerful speaker, sir. Wonder why you don't go into Parliament.
Oh, don't be angry. Uncle, I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why cannot we be friends?
Good afternoon.
I am sorry with all my heart to find you so resolute, but I have made the trial in homage to Christmas, and I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Bah, humbug. And I suppose you'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If
Quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair.
But, sir, 'tis only once a year, and all the other businesses will be closed. You will have no one to do business with.
Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern, and having read all the newspapers and beguiled the rest of the evening with his banker's books, went home to bed.
Oh, Dawn, that's your cue. You have to be Jacob Marley.
I don't want to go so scary, very scary.
Dawn, thou wilt ruin Christmas with that kind of attitude.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Mary, be a dear and just read the part.
Now, Winnie, I am only supposed to read.
Read the part, or I will stop the storytelling immediately.
Oh, Mary is in trouble.
Fine. Screw.
Jacob? It can't possibly be.
To say that he was not startled would be untrue.
Bah humbug. It's a humbug still, and I won't believe it. I know him. Marley's ghosts. How now? What do you want with me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Well, who were you then? You are particular for a shave.
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley. You don't believe in me?
I don't.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheat. You may be an undigested bit of beef, or a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of underdone potato. I mean, there's more gravy than grave about you, whatever you are. Mercy, dreadful apparition, why do you trouble me?
Man of the world, do you believe in me or not?
I do. I must. But why do spirits walk the earth, and why do they come to me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men and travel far and wide. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death and witness what it cannot share, but might have shared on earth.
Jacob. Oh, Jacob Marley, tell me more. Speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give. My spirit never walked beyond our counting, and weary journeys lie before me.
Oh, can we get on with it, please?
Soon, Winnie, soon. 'Tis very important information I am about to bestow on our beloved viewers and listeners.
But you are always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business. Mankind was my business.
Oh, business.
The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. Hear me. My time is nearly gone.
Finally. And good riddance.
I will, but don't be hard upon me. Don't be flowery. Jacob, pray.
A man after my own heart.
I am here tonight to warn you that you have a chance and hope of escaping my fate. A chance and hope of my procuring, Ebenezer. You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Is this the chance and hope you mentioned, Jacob?
It is.
You know, I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first one tomorrow when the bell tolls 1.
Yep. Couldn't I take them all at once and have it over with, Jacob?
Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate.
You can be certain that will happen again if you continue to carry on like that a second time.
Peekaboo, I see you.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past. Your past. What? Would you so soon put out with worldly hands the light I give? Rise and walk with me.
The grasp was not to be resisted. He rose, but finding that the spirit made towards the window, clasped its robes in supplication.
I am a mortal and liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my hand there, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
As the words were spoken, they passed through the wall and stood upon an open country road.
Good heaven, I was a boy here.
Scrooge was conscious of 1,000 odors floating in the air, each one connected with 1,000 thoughts and hopes and joys and cares long forgotten.
Your lip is trembling, and what is that upon your cheek?
I don't see how that's any of your business, spirit.
You recollect the way?
Remember it. I could walk it blindfolded.
These are but shadows of the things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. The school is not quite deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
The door opened, and a little girl came darting in, and putting her arms about his neck and often kissing him, addressed him as her dear brother.
Dawn? Dawn? Dawn!
She fell asleep!
Damn it all! Wake up! Wake up!
I have come to bring you home, dear brother. Home? Forever and ever. Home for good and all. Home forever and ever. Home, house, home, home, home. Wow! Ooh. Ooh.
Always a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
So she had.
She died a woman and had children.
One child.
True, your nephew. My time grows short. Quick.
Again, Scrooge saw himself. He was older, in his prime. He was not alone. Mary, we need someone to ring bell.
That is a perfect character for you, Winnie. He is deeply in love with Mr. Scrooge. I think thou shouldst read it.
That is very thoughtful of you, Mary. In matters little to you, very little, another idol has displaced me, and if it can cheer and comfort you in time to come as I would have tried to do, I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
This is the even-handed dealing of the world.
You fear the world too much. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off one by one until the master passion, gain engrosses you.
What then? Even if I have grown so much wiser, what then? I am not changed towards you, am I?
Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be so.
I was a boy.
Your own feeling tells you that you were not what you are. I am. It is enough that I have thought of it. And I can release you.
Have I ever sought release?
In words? No, never.
In what then?
In everything that made my love of any worth or value in your sight. I release you. You may have pain in this, and you will dismiss the recollection of it gladly as an unprofitable dream from which it happened well that you awoke. May you be happy in the life you've chosen.
Spirit, show me no more. Conduct me home. Why do you delight to torture me?
One shadow more.
Spirit, remove me from this place.
I told you, these were shadows of the things that have been, that they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Leave me, take me back, haunt me no longer.
I can't go on reading this. How could he treat her so poorly? Why did this have to happen?
Sarah, can you comfort Winnie? Listen, everyone, why don't we take a short break, get some food, go to the bathroom, maybe stretch a little?
How many times do I have to tell you I'm sorry?
The pulp.
So, how are we all doing? Did everyone get a snack? Visit the water closet?
Please stop talking.
Oh, Winnie, I was not expecting you to have such a fierce reaction.
I had no idea Winnie could feel so deeply.
I didn't know you two could pick on anyone so badly.
Call it years of payback.
And karma.
Shut up! I am picking up where I left off. Sitting up in bed to get his thoughts together, Scrooge had no occasion to be told that the bell was again upon the stroke of 1.
Man, thought you didn't know me better, man. I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You have never seen the likes of me before.
Never.
I've never walked forth with the younger members of my family, meaning, for I am very young, my elder brothers born in these later years.
I don't think I have. I'm afraid I have not. Have you many brothers, Spirit?
More than 1,800.
Tremendous family to provide for. Spirit, conduct me where you will. Tonight, if you ought to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe.
Scrooge did as he was told and held it fast. In a flash, they stood in the city streets on Christmas morning.
There are some upon this earth of yours who lay claim to know us, and who do their deeds of passion, pride, ill will, hatred, envy, and bigotry, and selfishness in our name.
There he went, and took Scrooge with him, and on the threshold of the door, the spirit smiled and stopped to bless Bob Cratchit's dwelling.
What has ever got your precious father then, and your brother Tiny Tim, and Martha weren't as late last Christmas by half an hour? Here's Martha, mother. Hurrah, there's such a goose, Martha. Why, bless your heart alive, my dear, how late you are. We'd had a deal of work to do last night and had to clear away this morning, mother. Well, never mind, so long as you are come. Sit you down before the fire, my dear, and have a warm, Lord bless you. No, there's father. Hide, Martha, hide.
Well, where's our Martha?
Not coming.
Not coming? Not coming upon Christmas Day?
Here I am, father.
And how did
Tiny Tim behave, my dear?
as good as gold and better. A Merry Christmas to us all, and God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Spirit, tell me Tiny Tim will live.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, kind spirit. Say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none of my race will find him here. It may be that in the sight of heaven, you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like that poor man's child.
Mr. Scrooge, I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
It should be upon Christmas Day, I am sure, upon which one drinks the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, undealing man as Mr. Scrooge. Nobody knows it better than you do.
My dear, Christmas Day.
I'll drink his health for your sake, and the day is not for his. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt.
And with that, the scene changed.
He said that Christmas was a humbug as I live. He believed it too. God, Fred's wife now!
More shame for him, Fred.
He may rail at Christmas till he dies, but he can't help thinking better of it if he finds me going there in good temper saying, Uncle Scrooge, how are you? If it only puts him in the vein to leave his poor clerk £50, that's something.
It was a long night, and it just keeps getting longer. If only it were night. But Scrooge had his doubts of this because the Christmas holiday appeared to be condensed into the space of the time they passed together. It was strange, too, that while Scrooge remained unaltered in his outward form, the ghost grew older.
Are spirits' lives so short?
My life upon this globe is very brief. It ends tonight at midnight. Hark! The time is drawing near.
The bell struck 12. Scrooge looked about him for the ghost and saw it not. As the last stroke ceased to vibrate, he remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley and beheld a solemn phantom coming towards him.
I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any spectre I've seen, but I'm prepared to bear you company. Will you not speak to me? Lead on.
The phantom moved away as it had come toward him. Scrooge followed in the shadow of its dress and carried him along. They scarcely seemed to enter the city. There they were, in the heart of it.
Whoops, more characters. Oh, Sarah, will you read this section with me?
Oh, yay! I love all men and boys.
No, I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
Why? What was the matter with him? I thought he'd never die.
God knows.
What has he done with his money?
I haven't heard. He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know. It's likely to be a very cheap funeral, for I don't know of anybody to go to it. Suppose we make up a party and volunteer!
Ooh, I don't mind going if lunch is provided.
Spirit, I see. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. Spirit, this is a fearful place. Let us go. If there is any person in this town who feels emotion caused by this man's death, show me that person. Spirit, I beseech you.
Indeed. The spirit did not stay for anything, but went straight on. A churchyard. Here, the wretched man lay underneath the ground. The spirit stood among the graves and pointed down to one.
Are these the shadows of the things that will be? Or are they merely the shadows of things that may be only?
Scrooge crept towards it, trembling as he went, and following the finger, read upon the stone of the neglected grave his own name. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, no. No, Spirit. I am not the man I was. Why show me this if I am past all hope? Assure me that I yet may change these shadows you have shown me by an altered life.
Ebenezer saw an alteration in the phantom's hood and dress. It shrunk, collapsed, and dwindled down into a bedpost.
Woohoo! We are almost there, everyone. Thou art doing so well.
This had better end well. I hope my dear Scrooge stays exactly as he is, or then we can be together.
Is someone going to tell her?
Best not. She will find out. Ready to go on?
Yes, and the bedpost was his own. The bed was his own. The room was his own. Best and happiest of all, the time before him was his own. To make amends in.
I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I don't know what to do. I'm as giddy as a drunken man.
Wait.
Merry Christmas.
Wait a minute. He's happy to be alive. He's going to change his ways.
Are you okay?
I think she's going to blow, as the kids say.
Running to the window, he opened it and put out his head. No fog, no mist, golden sunlight, heavenly sky, sweet fresh air, merry bells. Oh, glorious! Glorious. It makes me sick. I can't go on. I won't go on.
So, are we going to finish this, or
Yes.
No, I am done. This was a terrible ghost story.
I mean, it's not really scary.
I cannot say. I thought Dawn was a most spooky apparition as the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
What art thou talking about?
Your performance as the last spirit, Dawn.
Nah, couldn't have been. I was on me chamber pot.
Ugh.
Then who was
This
the...
is preposterous. And even if it were a real spirit, I would welcome that over this hogwash.
Winnie, art thou not being a bit dramatic?
No, I am right, and thou art wrong, and now I have lost an hour of my life to it. Bah humbug indeed. How do I get out of here?
You hit the red button that says leave.
What red button? I see no such thing.
It's in the top right corner.
Well, to hell with all of this. I'm just going to pull this contraption's ropey thing out of the wall.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea, Winnie.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Winnie, art thou well?
I better go check on her. Sorry, Mary.
But the story, we didn't finish the story.
It is over!
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city knew, or any other good old city, town, or borough in the good old world. His own heart laughed, and that was quite enough for him. It was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that truly be said of us, and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone!
A dead man's toe!